By popular demand, here's a Drukhari Codex review, your one-stop shop to everything you need to know about one of the strongest factions of the game at the moment. There's lots of hour-long videos available at the moment, but I'll tell you everything you need to know about these two books in under 5 minutes. There's so many options and powerful combos in this codex, I'll have to do another video just to cover it, but for now, let's dive straight into the detail. Some core rules. Power from Pain. An excellent mechanism, so each round you get an extra buff. These buffs are cumulative each round, starts with a 6+ invuln for all, and then get advance and charge from turn 2. Poisoned Weapons. Wound rolls of a 4+ and even sometimes 2+ will always be successful. Blade Artists. Wound rolls of 6 get an additional -1 AP. Insensible to Pain. This is homunculus covens only. They get a 5+ feel no pain. Combat Drugs. Witch units only. You can choose one or randomly roll for 2. Some good examples are getting +1 attack in melee or +1 weapon skill. Already really strong, now let's look at the detachment rules. Cabals, cults and covens, there are so many ways to configure your army. Witch cults seem to be the strongest because of their unit strength. Cabals are great for archons, raiders and warriors, but covens are probably the least powerful of the three. If all your detachments are patrols, then they don't cost any CP, which is great for starting a battle with the maximum CP you can. There's also a prescriptive way to build a detachment called a real space raid. I'll list the requirements for those who want to pause and read, but one of the benefits is the Archon can give its reroll hits of 1 to all core units across cabals, cults and covens. For a detachment to receive its particular benefits, it must be pure, and they get an obsession, which is the buff, a warlord trait, a relic and strat. Each of Cabal, Cult and Coven have a number of named options. There's also a way to create custom setup, but generally the custom options aren't as strong. Cabals. 4 available. Probably the strongest option is Blackheart. I'll show the other options next so you can pause and read anyway. And their obsession is Thirst for Power, which means the Power from Pain rules start at 1 higher, so you can advance and charge in turn 1. You get a +1 to your leadership, and reroll 1 hit roll when you shoot or fight. This is really strong when you consider Dark Lancers are only 1 shot anyway. The trait is Labyrinthine Cunning, and this is a command point farm. On any spend of a command point, you can roll a 6 and gain a CP yourself. The Relic, Writ of the Living Muse. It's a 6-inch aura of reroll wounds of 1. Witch cults. There are 3 available, and all 3 are really good. You got the Cult of Strife, which includes lots of options added from the Warzone Charadon book, Cursed Blade, which is just generally strong, and Red Grief. It's got great speed buffs for an already fast army. Just selecting one of the best, which is Cult of Strife, which is also Lilith Hesperak's cult, and because of the Warzone Charadon book made them so strong. The Obsession, Spectacle of Murder, allows units to fight first, and a +1 to charge. There are actually 4 Warlord traits, and the best 2 are Blood Dancer, where 6 is to hit, give an additional 2 extra hits, or Competitive Edge, where you can remake attacks that didn't reach the inflict damage step. There are 5 relics, and the 2 best are Dark Lotus Toxin, for +1 strength and damage, or More Veins Agonizer, which is an improved type of agonizer, and it stops a unit falling back. Great against a shooting unit. There's lots of strats available, and some good options are No Method of Death Beyond Our Grasp for 2 CP, which is fight or shoot again. Art of the Kill for 2 CP, we can reroll wound rolls. Homunculus Covens. There are 3 available, all good variations, with probably the Prophets of Flesh being the most powerful. Their obsession is Connoisseurs of Pain. They can regain 1 wound each turn. Wound rolls of 1 to 3 always fail against them unless they're being targeted by a strength 8 weapon. Their Warlord trait, Diabolical Soothsayer, is either a +1 toughness and +1 wound, or a +1 inch to move and a +1 attack. Really strong. The Relic Vexator Mask means you can't overwatch, and it forces a fight last within 3 inches. So you can see there you're absolutely spoiled for choice for options to configure your army. And it doesn't even end there. Character upgrades. The Lords of Camorra. You can pay points to upgrade an Archon, a Succubus or a Homunculus to a Master, and it's actually really worth it. You get a new ability, access to a new Warlord trait and relic, and you can take a favoured Retinue unit, which is an upgraded infantry unit, also really worth it. The Master Archon costs 15 points, and its special ability is Fight Again once per battle. The relic is a -1 to hit and a 5+ feel no pain, and the Warlord trait is +1 damage in melee. Master Succubus, 15 points. The ability is 6-inch consolidation in any direction. The relic Dancer's Edge is a strength 2, AP -4, 2 damage, where 6 is to wound mean you can't use an invulnerable save. And the Warlord trait means attacks can be 3 plus the number of models within 2 inch. Really strong if you're hitting a big squad, but there are so many Warlord traits available. Master Homunculus for 20 points. Its ability is once per battle resurrection on a 2+, remaining with D3 wounds. And the relic is a 9-inch single use, dish out D3 mortal wounds and switch off auras. Warlord trait restores D3 racks each turn. Once you've upgraded a character, you can now upgrade a unit. You can have one favoured retinue unit per master. It costs an additional 2 points per model. The max size is 10, and they all receive a +1 leadership. Cabalite warriors will become Trueborn, and they get a ballistic skill of 2+, and they ignore ballistic skill modifiers. Witches become the Hecatrix Bloodbrides. They get a weapon skill of 2+, and Blade Artist AP is increased by 3. And Racks become Himarites, +1 to armor save and invuln, and once per phase for the first failed save, the damage is changed to 0. There are lots of warlord traits available, starting with Cabal, it's Hatred Eternal, where you can reroll hits and wounds for ranged and melee. For cults, the best one is Precision Blows, 6s to hit, convert to mortal wounds. And covens, you can either have Fleshcraft regenerate 3 wounds, a +1 to wound for the warlord, or +1 toughness and +1 wound. Relics, there are 6 in addition to all the ones I've already covered, and probably an auto include for a hard-hitting succubus, the Triptych Whip. It's +3 attacks, AP -3, damage 2, and it's poisoned on a 2+. Another great option this time for a Smash Archon is the Gym Blade. Strength +1, AP -3, and damage 3, and you get +2 attacks. Stratagems. There are 24 strats in addition to the army build specific ones. You've got Eviscerating Flyby for 1 or 2 CP. This is only flying witch units. When the unit flies over an enemy, roll for each model, and on a 5+, deal a mortal wound. Alliance of Agony for 1 CP. This is real space raid only. And the Archon, the Succubus, and the Homunculus all get warlord traits. Cool Deception for 1 or 2 CP. Fall back and shoot or charge. And you can do both for 2 CP. Absolutely fantastic book for building combos. I hope you thought this was useful. Make sure you boot the like button as it really helps the channel. And see you again soon. Bye.